Start para. Around the world, modern cooperatives have developed for over 200 years. Cooperative institutions exist all over the world, providing essential services which would otherwise be unattainable. In many third world countries, cooperatives such as credit unions and agricultural organizations have been very successful in helping people to provide for themselves where private and other corporate capitals do not see high profitability. In 90 countries of the world, over 700 million individuals are members of cooperative institutions. Globally, cooperatives have been able to elevate its position as a powerful economic model. In some countries, they are a sizable force within the national economy. Pyara. During the British rule, British officer in India suggested to introduce model of German agricultural credit cooperatives in India. As a follow-up of that recommendation, the first Cooperative Society Act of 1904 was enacted to enable formation of agricultural credit cooperatives in villages in India under government sponsorship. With the enactment of 1904 Act, cooperatives were to get a direct legal identity as every agricultural cooperative was to be registered under that act only. The 1904 Cooperative Societies Act was repealed by 1912 Cooperative Societies Act, which provided formation of cooperative societies other than credit. Under 1999 Administrative Reforms Act, cooperatives was made a provincial subject, making each province responsible for cooperative development. In 1942, the British government enacted the Multi-Unit Cooperative Societies Act 1942 with an object to cover societies whose operations are extended to more than one state. The impulses of the Indian freedom movement gave birth to many initiatives and institutions in the post-independence era in India, and armed with an experience of 42 years in the working of multi-unit cooperative societies and the Multi-Unit Cooperative Societies Act 1942, the central government enacted a comprehensive act known as Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act 1984, repealing the Act of 1942. Para. India has basically an agrarian economy with 72% of its total population residing in rural areas. The rural people need lot of services in daily life which are met by village cooperative societies. The seeds of cooperation in India were sown in 1904 when the first Cooperative Societies Act was passed. Since then, the cooperative movement has made significant progress. Cooperatives have extended across the entire country, and there are currently an estimated 230 million members nationwide. The cooperative credit system of India has the largest network in the world, and cooperatives have advanced more credit in the Indian agricultural sector than commercial banks. The village cooperative societies provide strategic inputs for the agricultural sector. Consumer societies meet their consumption requirements at concessional rates. Marketing societies help the farmer to get remunerative prices, and cooperative processing units help in value additions to the raw products, etc. In addition, cooperative societies are helping in building up of storage godowns, including cold storages, rural roads, and in providing facilities like irrigation, electricity, transport, and health. Various development activities in agriculture, small industry, marketing and processing, distribution and supplies are now carried on through cooperatives. In fertilizer production and distribution, the Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative (IFFCO) commands over 35% of the market. In the production of sugar, the cooperative share of the market is over 58%, and in the marketing and distribution of cotton, they have a share of around 60%. The cooperative sector accounts for 55% of the looms in the hand weaving sector. Cooperatives process, market and distribute 50% of edible oils. Dairy cooperatives operating under the leadership of the National Dairy Development Board and through 15 state cooperative milk marketing federations has now become the largest producer of milk in the world. The groundwork for this was laid in the early 1970s when the largest dairy development program in the world was launched. Operation Flood was a national marketing strategy linked to a dairy infrastructure development program that created a chain of dairy processing plants, collection stations, and a national milk transportation grid. With the passage of the Insurance Act, cooperatives have been allowed to entry into insurance business. Insurance is a field where the immense potential of cooperatives remains untapped. Stop.